Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to our Pathfinder playthrough. Really sorry about the long break in between episodes. Totally unintentional. I just kind of got caught up with life and all that jazz, so yeah. I intend to play this to completion, so don't worry if there's another break, which I'm hoping that there won't be, but if there is, I will never abandon this whatsoever. I am determined to see this to the very end. If I die before I finish this, then I'll be sure to inform my clone or descendants of my intentions, and hopefully they can carry on the torch or something. I don't know. In any case, really sorry about that, but we are back, and I'll try my best to not have any more long breaks. If anything, there might be a gap of like 1 or 2 days, maybe, but hopefully nothing as long as you know, the 1 or 2 weeks that we've that this campaign has kind of suffered, unfortunately, but that's fine, or at least it is to me. In any case, you may have noticed that we've been somewhat busy in between episodes. So yeah, there was a lot of time that passed in between. There's one that popped up that wasn't related to the kingdom management stuff, so I figured that now would be a good time to, I guess, bring things back. Now, I could just let a couple more weeks pass, but right now, everyone is working on something, I think. And these guys are... There's gonna be a lot of talky in this episode, so I apologize in advance if that's not really your thing. But, I guess we'll go see what these guys want, especially Knock Knock, because it seems like with Knock Knock at least, there's a, like a companion quest that's hopefully gonna be interesting. Knock on wood. Knock knock. Ekun? We found the one who meant to harm us, but he's a small fish. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant like literally, like an actual fish. I was trying to picture this, like, what? Like a minnow is attacking us? What is this, like the beast of Ker Banoch, but in fish form or something? A scribe in Gralton. At night, he becomes an important spy from Litron, the Galton city of Grey Gardeners. We do not know what his interest in us is, but we're following him. He recently sent a message to Galt. We managed to intercept the courier on a backwoods path. The message contained a list of all Gralton spies in Litron. Their lives are in our hands. Many would be willing to pay for this list. Galt first among them. Selling it would mean a death sentence to everyone on the list. I suggest we report the traitor to Gralton. We don't want these deaths on our conscience. Okay, I mean... Oh, sorry, for some reason I thought that Galt and Gralton were the same things, but... I mean, besides starting with G, and having an A, and an L, and a T... You can't spell Gralton without Galt! Wow, I just realized this. Which isn't really all that interesting, but still. Tell me more about Gralton and Galt. Or deliver the list of agents to Galt, report this treachery to Gralton, or gain 2,000 bucks? Really? I wipe my ass with 2,000 bucks, like literally, which is why I'm constantly bleeding out of my butthole. My anus is... tell me more about Gralton and Galt. A revolution took place in Galt. Many were executed without trial, others fled and hid in Gralton. They were merchants and nobles. They dream of reclaiming their homes and of vengeance. So the Citizens' Directorate of Spies against Galt was established. The Grey Gardeners have a monastery in Litron, a city in Galt. They are spies and punishers, as in, they are all clones of Frank Castle. They keep Galt safe from enemies both without and within. Their faces are covered with masks, which means anyone could be one of them. They are quite feared and known for showing no mercy. Okay, well, he recommended that we report this to Gralt, right? Report the traitor to Gralton. Alright, I mean, if we do this, we get a boost to our relations and espionage. Oh, so it's pretty much the same thing. You know what, Ekun, I'm gonna go with your suggestion, because I don't really know what the difference is between the two, so sure. Gralton's people will still alive. The traitor will go to jail. It's a good decision. If you say so. Oh, we can now scout the eastern regions. Fantastic. Alright, so that's conversation 1 of 50 million done, so... I don't need more artisans. Oh no, it's a storyteller, my bad. There's a matter that demands your personal attention, your highness. The people of the capital have lodged a complaint against the inhabitants of the mayor's quarters. Not only do unnatural sounds and strange lights and smells disturb the peace, especially within the quarter itself, it smells of boiled cabbage. Where else could I have smelled that from? But also, the ongoing experiments have simply become too dangerous. Young alchemist's experiments have led to an explosion so powerful that you could see the fireball from space. And also that his neighbors up and down the street felt their window panes tremble. Later that day, an unidentified purple substance fell from the sky all over the city. At least it's not the finest supply of green. I mean, if you need to know more about green, ask Percy or I guess Baldric in a... maybe less Baldric than Percy, but anyways. Our people complained that it made the capital reek of wet goblin hide, aka boiled cabbage. The storyteller raises a concerned eyebrow. You smell like wet goblin hide or boiled cabbage. Interesting. I've no doubt that some of these reports might be exaggerated. However, I also have no doubt that on the whole, the concerns of our citizens are well founded. Magical experiments have no place in a densely populated city. Thus, I suggest that performing magical experiments inside the city walls should be outlawed. Okay, from now on, there will be no more magical experiments within the city walls. It's far too dangerous. Reduces arcane. Banning arcane experiments for any problems that the Magister attempts to solve in the Shrike region. Roll twice for the resolution and then pick the better result. That sounds like a good idea. Or the experiments must continue. The townspeople will just have to put up with it. Reduces everything except for arcane. +1 bonus for solving events by the Magister in the claimed regions. In the Shrike region, this bonus is raised to 3. Oh! So that's a reroll, and this is just a straight up bonus. I'm just gonna go with your suggestion. Yeah, especially as someone who doesn't actually use magic himself, I'm not all that concerned, honestly. Although I guess our monkish abilities are somewhat magical in nature, question mark? The storyteller nods. I shall speak with the inhabitants of the mayor's quarters. Make sure that they're wearing diapers so they don't constantly shit all over the place and slipping on their shit and stuff. Or is that only a problem that I have because I'm an old man who can't see where... Your Highness, I'm afraid I have bad news. Today by the river they caught a man making a map of rivers and bays and lands. He said he was a scout for the Black Marquis and was drawing a map to open a trade route with us. But everyone knows the greedy and deceptive nature of these pirates. It's more likely that they were preparing an attack against us. I do not recommend we try impressing him with military parades. Pirates are fearless and stupid. They're not afraid of a stronger opponent. It's better we receive him as a dear guest and convince that it would be beneficial to be friends with us. Or we could do the complete opposite and pretend we're a poor backwoods country with no treasures or riches whatsoever. This will yield the best result. Wait, which one? Which one would yield the best result? The one where we pretend that we're fake? Deceive him, convince him that we're a backwards country with little to offer, show him we're rich and he'll conclude that they'll be better off as our friends, or show him how strong our army is. I wish to know more about the Black Marquis and his protectorate. It's a dangerous place. This dominion was founded by a pirate from Cheliax. When he came across the village of Deadbridge, he saw an ideal camp of pirates in the capital of his future domain. Morgan called on many allies and ordered that no ships be touched if they fly under the banners of the River Kingdoms, and duties from all the other countries be collected. Now the pirate nation is ruled by the Black Marquis, and his subjects are, all of them, pirates and robbers. I don't know what you would prefer? I guess we'll go with the espionage bonus, because nothing else is going to increase our relations, so let's deceive him, I guess. Great, this pirate will doubly regret his mission, because there's nothing worthy waiting for him here. Was that an insult to me? Are you saying that my kingdom management skills need work? How dare you? Your Highness, a decision has to be made regarding the bullets that inhabit one of your regions. The guard and a local hunting club seek them out and kill them, as they should. Oh, right, these are the tunneling things. But the Scholarly community of the kingdom has objected to this. Some zoologist has declared these bullets are a rare species, or subspecies. Long story short, they only live around these parts and nowhere else. Your Highness, the scholars ask that we take these lands under our protection and outlaw the killing of these bullets. However, I firmly believe that the beast should be eradicated. The safety of the local peasants outweigh their other concerns. Alright, so we should strive to live in harmony with nature as much as is reasonable. Henceforth, these lands are protected by my decree. Such beasts have no place in my lands. They must be eradicated. So, reduces my relations, but increases community and stability. So is the only downside to this just the reduction to our relations? Because I would rather keep our unrest state as is. You know what? Murder rate. Sure. Kesson gives a short nod. The guard will hunt them down. Any who volunteer to help will be rewarded. Great, thanks. Kingdom's defense is a new thingamajig, I guess. And Regongar. Alright, General. Regongar looks gloomy.
Fabrosi McCurtis, we need to talk. A border agent patrol got buried under an avalanche in the eastern mountains.
Forget his voice. I think he's supposed to be a nerd.
They're probably all dead. Not a great loss. They weren't be the first to...
What? Sorry, I thought I was having a stroke, or maybe I suddenly became dyslexic, but turns out it was just written poorly.
They weren't the first to die, and they won't be the last, but there's a number of troops volunteering to go rescue them.
Oh no, that's not his voice.
The first avalanche is never the last. We'll risk losing half the army up there. It's just not worth it. But if I say we're not going to the mountains, they won't learn anything. They'll just take me for a heartless bastard. That's why I'd rather you give to, you to give the order to cancel the mission. It's gotta be you, the chief.
Alright, we won't leave our men behind. Let them climb into the angry mountains if they're so brave. It's dangerous and foolish. I'm not risking more fighters for the sake of a few others. Yeah, let's just take the penalty to our loyalty, sure.
In fact, it's for the better. It'll make our fighters angry, and they're supposed to be angry. They need to get used to the fact that the military service is cruel. It chews up the noble and merciful sentiments.
Sure. And also, thank you for changing your voice like 5 times in that one conversation. At least Lindsay's voice is always on point, and clearly very fitting of the character. Lindsay's cheeks are burning, and she's raised her voice to nearly yelling. They've gone too far. Just listen. 200 swords of gold and dragon skin robes. Is this where our taxes go? What blatant lies. Plus, they're talking about money that isn't even theirs. Lindsay calms herself and addresses you more formally. Phew. Hello, Fabrosi McCortez. I was out shopping for feathers and ink, and I saw a boy distributing newspapers in the market. I read a headline and almost burst with outrage. I'm so angry right now. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I haven't thought of buying one to show you, but I wouldn't want to spend a single coin on the cheeky, scriveners. Lindsay stands for a while, tapping on her chin. Then she continues. We shouldn't follow the example of the monarch who would close the newspaper, fire the editorial staff, and burn all the issues. That's exactly the sort of response that would prove to your subjects that all the gossip in the papers are true. Pay 2 BP each week? We'll meet all their accusations by issuing our own newspaper. It's a good thing we already have a printing press. The river freedoms guarantee their freedom of speech. We will not interfere. We cannot allow unknown agitators to undermine the people's respect for authority. I demand that this newspaper be shut down and all political media banned. What's there to explain? Execute the slanderers now? What do you want me to do, Lindsay? You're saying that we shouldn't kill them all. Fair enough. I guess maybe not this? Because I would rather not have to spend 2 BP per week. You know what? Why don't you decide on how to act? We'll let them publish their idle gossip. We're beyond reacting to it. So I'm assuming we took the option to not interfere. Fine by me, actually. Yeah, totally. Alright, so who's up next? Valerie, hey girl. I'd like to ask you for advice, Fabrosi McCortez. I'm pregnant. Two clans from the swamps are arguing over a meadow. Solid, fertile ground is very valuable in the marshes, especially when you have so many mouths to feed. Soon, we're gonna have some mouths to feed too, Fabrosi McCortez, because you just planted the clan elders decided to determine the owner by a long-standing tradition. Here's the essence of it. 10 armed men from each clan will face each other in the meadow. The first clan to lose all its fighters relinquishes its claim to the land. It's a cruel tradition, but they've been following it for many generations. Even if we prohibit the tradition, it'll only make them angrier, and they'll seek to settle their scores by other means. Their way of life should not be disturbed. Okay, yep, I'm totally okay with that. Let them fight according to their tradition. Trying to cancel a centuries-old tradition by a decree would be like trying to empty their swamp with a bucket. It'll be many years before they're prepared to change their ways. So, it sounded like you were chastising me there, but I guess not? And Sana, right? I forget her voice. Bruised Bakotas, I require your judgment on a sensitive matter. It's about my Janet. The vessels of the River King travelers have entered your frontiers. They sell cheap goods for nearly nothing, and of course, they pay no taxes. But your moneybags merchants hate competition. They're assembling a squad of boats to hunt down these travelers, sink their boats, and drive them from their lands. It's simple greed that drives them, but they are right on the right track. My suggestion is to stay out of this. The river travelers are a hardy, teeming people, much like termites. They please Lamashtu, and we shouldn't trouble them unless we must. If the merchants decide to strike at them, we should order the god not to interfere. The waters will run red with blood, and the river people will call upon their relatives from the neighboring lands, and together they'll show the traders what they're made of. Those who are strong will remain to seek their fortunes in the lands, and we will profit no matter the outcome. Smart, okay. Let the merchants know that their efforts are not required. If they touch any vessels that isn't theirs, we'll have to resort to force. Let the merchants and their mercenaries do as they will. Tell the guards to stay away from the dispute. The stronger will have the right to trading on the river. Reduces stability, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, Sana. Yes, let the stronger win. Although it's a little more lawless, I guess. But that's fine. I think Fabrosi's, yeah, but I don't know. Yep, that's fine. Whatever. If the merchants cannot protect their interests, let ones who are smarter and most skilled do the work instead. If the travelers are ousted, then their spirit and their flesh were too weak. They would have died either way. In either case, our pack stay strong and the weak are culled. Fantastic. And, there's my girl. Hey, Canara. A kingdom. The tiefling savors the world like candy melting on her tongue. Aye. You now have a real kingdom. Your entire capital was once worth less than the goods now flowing through your ports. It's about time to reform the tax system, before we start looking like hapless guests at a feast, hungrily eyeing the most delicious dishes as they're carried past. Although one mustn't give away to greed either. Luxurious items for the wealthy, materials and tools for craftsmen, and simple goods for the common folk. All of these are different things, and it would be unwise to tax them equally. I'll prepare a detailed draft of the reform, but first, listen to my proposal. Allow me to found our own royal trade guild in our lands. Its members will enjoy lower taxes and extended rights, but membership would have to be earned. Arr, like a real pirate. I will make every merchant go out of their way to ingratiate themselves with us and demonstrate that doing business with them is highly profitable for the crowd. Just think what opportunities this will open. Right, a trade guild is a great idea. If you manage to create one, everyone will honor you. Okay, so plus BP per region, plus 2 BP per upgraded region. Trade guild provides plus 3 BP each week for every 50 economy points, up to a maximum of 30 BP per week, not bad. In addition, provides plus 3 BP per week for each upgraded region, and plus 1 BP per week for each non-upgraded region. Let the merchants pay fees only when importing luxury goods. Unrest state improves. Plus 1 BP per region. Plus 2 for upgraded regions. Wealth tax each week. A random kingdom stat is increased by 1. Also provides 3 BP per week. Right. Okay, I see. So this gives me 3 BP per economy point, which is fairly good, I think. Let the merchants pay fees on luxury goods and materials for craftsmen. Material taxes. Reduces community and loyalty, but increases BP gain per upgraded region. Right. Interesting. Every single item to the last apple will be taxed. And it worsens our unrest. But gives us more BP per week. I see. Let's just go with the trade guild. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Sure, why not? Canera smiles sweetly. Very wise, as usual. I will create a royal trade guild, one that will be the envy of them all, from Gaul to Numeria. Fantastic. Alright, so who's up next? Hey, Knock Knock, finally! Knock Knock seems confused. You notice what seems to be a leather rag in his hand. It smells faintly of sulfur? I take it this is yours? So you finally decided to show me your favorite piece of underwear? Take this trash away from me. That's hilarious. I take it this is yours. Knock Knock remains frozen as he stares at the cap in his hands. He seems surprised and uneasy.
Was once mine. War in the village. King once ripped it off my head. Beat me across skull and face with it. Then used as wipe rag and hit me again. Thought was lost long ago.
What's it doing here? Good for you, you got your cap back. Well, get rid of this excuse of a codpiece. What's it doing here? Knock Knock looks uneasy.
It's a challenge. The ruler of tribe, the king, has come back for me. But cap looks strange. Smells strange. Why now?
He glances around.
Where'd it come from? Goblins come here? Drop it off?
What do you mean challenge? The king has returned. Why would he humiliate himself? Why would he humiliate himself? Knock Knock takes a deep breath.
When goblins in Steel Lands fight for tribes, they fight over big, best hat like crown, but not ugly and shiny like yours. This is a challenge. Another tribe.
He swallows.
Maybe he hear of our allying? Think he can get back crown by fighting me?
Knock Knock looks confused. Well, more so than usual, and one of his ears begins to twitch.
But how he get power back?
He finally shrugs.
If in kingdom now, probably cause a lot of trouble.
Alright, then we need to stop him. Then you need to stop him. If you can lead me to him, I'll go with you, but the fight must be yours. I don't have time for goblin politics, but this is your mess and you'll deal with it. I think Knock Knock needs to fight him himself. But yeah, I'll go with you, but the fight must be yours. Knock Knock nods, then leans down. Then with a shaking finger, turns the cap over. On the inside, you see a map scrawled in red.
He, show us the way. We meet up where Lamashtu shrines were. We need to come together, you and me. Rules of challenge.
As you glance at the map, you both are surprised as the leather cap suddenly alights, burning brightly, then crumbles to ash on the floor. Did your tribe ever deal with demons? Knock Knock is silent, staring at the ash. He says nothing. You've never seen him this worried. You decide to give him space, but keep the challenge in the back of your mind. Interesting. So maybe the king has come back, but he's got some demonic support or something? Oh, Erlene. Erlene bows. Greetings, Your Highness. Allow me to alleviate your daily concerns with a humble gift from your admirer. Prowling cheetah. Great. Thank you. Wow. Prowling cheetah. Is that some kind of like cologne or maybe perfume? It sounds like it's a cologne. Acid oil. That does not sound like cologne. Unless maybe it is? It seems like Balkan might actually do well with a an acid wash, as it were. Fantastic. All right, Dragon. Torpor. Wait, did we get the onslaught, by the way? Oh, no, you're still working on, wait. Can you just work on the onslaught? Can I not tell him to work on the onslaught? Just... Dude, focus on the onslaught. Stop giving me garbage. Watch it be the best piece of whatever ever. Thorny ring. Great, I can put it on my penis and then, increase my pleasure? If that's what we're into, I guess. Terrorbringer, fantastic. Yeah, we might actually be waiting for all of the artisans, considering that it's been many, many weeks since our last episode. Alright. Are you about done here? Because I have more important things to attend to. Like, not being here. Like, taking Knock Knock for a ride. Not in, like, a sexual capacity. Unless maybe that's what he wants. Okay. Any more of you bastards want to, come bother me? Of course it's Shania. Of course. Alright. Another persecutor, sounds great. Come on. Unbelievable. Please tell me that you're the last one. Earth's children. Great, thanks. I like dirt. I mean, who doesn't like dirt? Balkan again? Oh, this seems new. Ah, greetings, my king. I'm drowning in orders these days and barely have time to do them all. My regular clients have mostly been peasants and hunters, but arcanists are showing up from time to time. Not only do they pay me for potions, but they also help me create some of them. Here's the gift for you on this occasion. Explosion ring. Will the ring make me explode, or will it help me explode? What the fuck, Shania, again? Oh, most worthy one. I spend day and night listening to the stories that guests in my workshop bring to share. I decided to sort these stories and put them into 2 baskets. One for stories from local peasants and hunters, and another for stories of travelers from faraway lands. Surprised I was to see that the first basket stays empty all the time, while the other is almost full. While I was thinking about it, I took a walk in the forest, and I meant to jump over the forest stream, but being as how my mind was all distracted by my great basket mystery, I accidentally jumped too high and into the upper branches of a tall oak. And then there were the stories that had been stolen from the first basket, all hidden in a magpie's nest. Sitting on the oak branches, I asked the magpies why they stole from the basket of local stories and never touched the other. And the magpies told me that they love everything that's shiny and bright. And what could be shinier and brighter than your fellow neighbors discussing how they went to the stream to wash their clothes or repair their fence 3 years ago? Surely not the dusty stories of weary travelers. Ask yourself, O worthy one, why I told you this story, and this is your answer. I've reforged this story into the gift which I present to you now. Eye of the Tornado. Great, thanks. Another piece of shit, I'm assuming? What the fuck, you again? Greetings, my king. I heard a rumor that Daggermark, my cursed homeland, is trying to sink its claws into your lands. Damn it! I would like to make a contribution to assist you in this war against those spying bastards. Here, take this and put it to good use. Blizzard's Heart. Like, the company Blizzard that made the hit video game series Warcraft and Starcraft and other stuff. Sure. Ankle Breaker? That's a heavy crossbow. I don't think anyone in our team uses a heavy crossbow. And the Eye of the Tornado. Shock enhancement +3. Oh, ability to cast medium air elemental spell once per day for 7 rounds. Okay. Greater Sting, which is an upgraded version of the Singer's Sting, Jathel's old... Oh, sorry. Monastic Comma. Persecutor, Prowling Cheat. Oh, it's a quarterstaff, not whatchamacallit, cologne or a perfume. Well, as interesting as quarterstaffs may be, I do like fisting people, so I think we'll stick with that. Torpor, sure. Will of the Disciple. Anything else? Blizzard's Heart, light armor studded. cold resistance 25, and an ability to cast cold spell twice per day as a 9th level wizard. Great. Not necessarily something that I need though, is it? At least I don't think so. Chameleon ring, explosion ring. Plus 12 damage bonus to bomb damage. Oh my god. Yes? Jubilost, I have a gift for you. Not the... That is a pretty good ring that we're taking off. The ring of protection plus 3, but I guess if he doesn't get hit, then it doesn't really matter now, does it? Yeah, let's just go with the explosion ring. Make people explode the fuck out of themselves. Fantastic. Okay, so I guess there's not much else to do right now. Wait, what? Find the villains hunting the miners? Wait, when the fuck did I get told about this? Whatever it is that's threatening the miners, we must find that as quickly as we can. The best person for the task is the counselor or the curator. Oh, okay, so I'm assuming we need to set them to a task. Affairs of the heart, so we need to talk to Chemo. Sure. And then we need to visit Arlene in a week. Okay, so I guess we need to go visit her. Gotcha. Let me just quickly see if there's any more kingdom management stuff that we need to attend to right now, or at least set people to. That's been attended to. Done. Fantastic. Nature's Wrath. Someone's been hunting the members of Stinvaj's dwarven mining crew. Whenever a worker is left alone or leaves the camp by himself, he disappears. The dwarves suspect they're competitors. The locals fear that the mysterious kidnappers might take them next. Okay, so I guess we'll get Kinera to work on this, and that's gonna take a full month. Protector of the lands. +1 morale bonus to armor class and saving throws while fighting in claimed regions. Sounds great to me. And we can put any number of people on there. Kingdom Defense reduces the chance of random encounters in the claimed regions by 40%. Not bad, I guess. Arcane Protection from Compulsions. Provides immunity to compulsion spells while fighting in claimed regions. Actually may not be a bad idea, because I think we've had some compulsion spells that have caused us trouble in the past. And then scouting the eastern regions. 15 days. Okay, Helping Hand. +2 bonus to counselor resolving shit, and all this is just upgrading our thingamajigs. Gotcha. Okay, well, let me do some thinking on how we should assign people to whatever tasks, and in our next episode we'll come back to finally set off and do some stuff that's not just kingdom management, for which, again, I apologize, but I mean, I can't really do anything about it. That's just how the pacing of the game goes, I guess, so yeah. Okay, well, let's leave the episode off here for now. We'll come back tomorrow and we will start things off back in our throne room as we venture out to go find things and kill people, possibly. Hopefully, knock on wood. I guess we'll see. Alright, so for now, thanks for watching and have a good breakfast.